I thought I'd start out with this. Plot twists. Waldo finds himself. Got this in Facebook. This is complete classic. I need a hoodie yesterday, so yeah, somebody hook me up with that, or maybe I ought to make some shirts. I don't know. Bear with me right now with this camera thing. So, funny thing about me is I have 20 years in the technology industry. And I can have hours conversations conceptually about technology and can even sometimes solve some pretty intricate problems, but I don't even know how to upload videos. So I'm just praying that this like sets up right and everything. This is my house right now, and you know, since I made that first video, I've been wanting to make another one, and every day something stopped me. Every day, especially the day right after. The day right after, I feel like I got a little bit of a, hey, that's a little bit too much light right now, like you need to sit back down. Beat me up a little bit. And so here's the deal, like I know I said this before, and I even showed up with no makeup last time, and then it still something stopped me. So as you can tell, I'm working through this. I get different. I'm Cosmic Christi. I've only done one video so far. I'm only 4 months like really awake, and I'm an Rh negative bloodline. So where I'm getting confused right now is I know that my mission, part of the reason that I'm here, and you know, my crazy life experiences has been to help the best I can guide everyone on this planet to Ascension. And there's Rex. Rex, I'm Cosmic Christi right now. Come say hi. This is Rex. He just got home from school. Y'all are just gonna be part of the family, okay? Because it's the only way that this is gonna happen. There he is. Say hello.
Hi.
So, how was your day?
Good.
Good. Oh, Logan's coming over.
Oh, nice.
Yay. His mom's dropping him off in a minute, so can you help me out with that, please?
Yes, ma'am.
So back to it. Is to explain what's going on with emotions, especially the men, and to everyone right now in 2017. Right now it's September, I think, what is it, the 8th? And, you know, those of us on this journey don't pay attention to the news on purpose. We don't believe and choose to believe in fear because we know that it creates what you're paying attention to. So quite literally, you know, people are like, what is a light worker? And they're all freaked out, and they think witches and all these things, starseeds. They automatically want to say it's dark, and what you'll eventually get to, and you might already be there, is that no, we're of God, we're of Creator, we're of the light. We're here holding ground, basically. And this is the part of the journey where things go different, right? There's an audience that I know that I need to reach in my core, and right now they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And then there's those of you that I feel like we need to unite and we need to really start talking about this, and we need to come out and put a conference call line on and do a meditation together and all join together in the same mission to try to minimize the damage, because we know that some damage is going to happen. Let's not be realistic. So again, here I am, and every day I wanted to bring a message, and I heard it pretty clear. And I'm in Texas, and I grew up with, you know, Christianity all my life, and it's not that I don't believe in Jesus anymore, and I tell people this all the time, like, more than ever I know he's real. But, you know, in the deep south, it's a little bit more difficult for me, and this is not making excuses, but to come out and to tell a message like that I received. And I didn't even receive this direct. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't receive this message direct. I heard, not only do I receive messages directly, but when you start down this path, you start to realize that you receive information through everywhere, through the television, through the YouTube videos that you watch, through a movie that you happen to watch right then, and it's a scene and you get extra information. I've had TV shows pop up, movies can just come up on my television, and I know I need to watch them. And so I'm telling you this because I think people think that messages are like only coming to you from the divine and from your angels and from inside your mind, without looking at anything, and only a meditation. And come on, let's get real. We brought the internet here. Nanu is what Leap Project would say. I don't know what we're gonna say. Twinkle, twinkle. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, yes, they use YouTube, they use television, they use technology. So even when you get a message that is from someone else in another country, you might have heard it differently. Even if you read the same book, you might read something that I don't read. There are certain things on the internet that I know I can't even pick up on the messages that are there. We'll see something different in a lot of the esoteric and the new information that we're actually extracting and pulling back into realm of consciousness is what's happening as you guys are remembering and you're Googling and these names that are popping up and ages, and the Libra age is a great example. You know, when I went to Google that, there wasn't a lot of information, but then you start pulling it in, and then we manifest it together and we all bring it back into the realm. Now that came directly from above. Great example. Seriously. Wow. This message came to me through, here's how I work YouTube. There's certain things that I love, right? So for a while I was really into Prince music again, and I still am, but it was like a new thing. Spirit knows, your realm knows that you like Prince. So even if you click on Prince on YouTube, then that's going to bring up a certain messages, or hell, even playlists sometimes, that are messages that you need to hear, or you're supposed to hear, to remind you of something. So actually your phone becomes a spiritual device if you give it intent. So this message was, I have a lot of new YouTubers. As you go into different stages, then new ones will just start popping up on your subscription and your feeds. And those are, Rex, get that! So those are ones that you need to, those are messages. So listen to them and then pick up on the ones. And anyway, I got off on a tangent, sorry. But that's me. So, hi Logan. So the message that I got was about protection and safety, and this particular woman channels Metatron, and she does a lot more that I'm very interested in color and sound. And she is out of the country. And so I got this message a couple of weeks ago, and she had received it while on vacation just in August prior to the eclipse. And the message is this. We know that there's a lot of change that's going on. We're in the middle of evolution. And humanity is going to change. You know, the decision is up to each individual, and there are some natural events that are happening, and whether we can minimize damage or not, conceptually that makes sense, but also it doesn't make sense because we're in a human body. You know, that's why when I set this up, I said this is great. I'm just going to leave it on. Kids coming in, bogged dark, whatever. Because this is the whole point. We have to learn how to live this spiritual life and hold light right now and not give in to the programming. But we're also living life, and we've got kids in elementary school, and we're going to football games, and we're, you know, this is a massive change. And especially for those of us who are RH neg and starseeds and light workers, because this is real and this really happened, and yes, we're really different, and yes, we look different, and yes, our eyes have a different sparkle in them, and yes, we'll never be the same. And I just got on another freaking tangent. You can tell that's my own shit. Okay. Anyway, we need protection, and it wasn't fear-based. It's actually faith-based protection, is what I just heard. It's faith-based. And we remember the story in the Bible, and look, I have not read the whole Bible from front to back. I'll be honest. I'm not a reader. Like, I know some scriptures. I know the stories. And back to Sumerian tablets, I know those stories, and I know the stories back to Septapa. So yes, but it's all, I guess, right. It was Sodom and Gomorrah, and it was when the black came through, and the faithful heard the message, and they heard the message, and with intent and with faith, they were told in order so that Spirit could see the faithful, because they heard the message and they took intent and they did an action, and then that they would be saved, and they were. And so thank you, Creator, for not making us slaughter the lamb, because that is old energy, blood, and murder, and death of any sort is dark and light polarity. It's old energy. Praise creators, because now we're sacred geometry. So it's quite simply what the message was, you know, with intent, print a sacred geometric shape, and I know that I don't have the whole thing because remember, I'm technically challenged. But it was hard to print this way real fast. So this is the flower grid. These are called grids. You can look them up on Google, internet, whatever. And the flower grid is the grid of divine feminine, divine masculine, because that's also the change that's coming back into our society and needs to happen for the earth and for humanity to evolve is the return of the divine feminine, return of the goddess, and in women and men. And what that means is your emotion and your intuition. Suck it up, kiddo, is old energy. This one happens to be that grid. There's other grids. Whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you want to have in your house, okay? So just take the grid, you can color it, you can just whatever intent, and then put whatever crystals you might have, or if you don't have crystals, cool. It's all about the elements. It's all about earth. So what elements? We have earth, right? So I'm going to show you mine, but I've got, some tree bark on it, and I picked some flowers, and now they're nicely taking a nap and getting a little more colored. But and rocks, I've got a bird on here signifying air, an earth crystal, and then I put a dolphin on mine and put it in your house. And this will create a sacred geometric shape in your house, and you might already have this, but I know most of us don't at this point. So put this in your home and ask Creator and ask your team, to create a sphere around your grid and keep your family safe. This is important. So, whoever's going to hear the message and this is what Creator finally told me. And I felt guilty for not telling it until today when I saw the news. But what Creator is telling us is to believe again. It's really pretty much that simple when you boil it all down. So if people hear the message, if people hear this message and it's not meant for them, or they're not ready, then they won't follow it. Okay? So please, I know it's a little bit different for some of you. Some of you, your friends are like, heck yeah, bring it on. And but what you're going to be amazed at, for those of you who are a little worried, because I got attacked. I'll get attacked by somebody probably for just doing this and saying what I've said already. But the ones that do hear are the ones that you came here to tell. And what if we just don't tell them? Because that's how everyone's gotten away with this. That's how we got in this mess to begin with. So, anyway, here's the other cool thing. One last little thing. If you have loved ones that can't get a grid, or you see the news and something's coming and they didn't do a grid, or your kids, you're more spiritual and your children are in college and they live somewhere else and you can make them a grid, and you can just hold them in that sphere and hold it in your heart and place intent that this will keep a bubble around them. Picture them in your head and keep them safe. And don't let any thought puncture that bubble. And let's see, like, I believe that this is keeping my family safe. I believe that this message had to be given. I believe that I heard this message to tell you so that everyone could tell everyone else, so that this could be in our consciousness, and so we have a shield. So whether or not you want to believe or not, can you believe that I believe? Please. Okay, let me show you my grid. And pray that this video gets uploaded. And I need technical help. All right, real quick, here's my grid. Quite literally, this is what I had. That's what my camera was on. And here's my grid. So this is, I forgot what this is called, but this is Earth. It's from Earth, actually in Oklahoma, where a lot of the Native American wars were. Flowers, rocks, my heart, and my dolphin and whales, and some angel crystals. So that's it, guys. I hope I just turned that the right way again. Thank you so much. I promise I will really try to get more technically savvy, but I don't want my fear of perfection to keep the messages away. So we got this. Focus, stay positive, and twinkle. Cosmic Christi. Mwah.